Some of these places used to be incredible, some still look incredible on YouTube, but in 2026, moving to them could quietly destroy your finances or your sanity. The dream destinations everyone's talking about, the ones flooding your Instagram feed with perfect sunsets and dollar beer photos, many of them have become expensive nightmares wrapped in tropical packaging. You're about to discover 10 places that transformed from paradise into problems while you weren't looking. Places where locals are literally holding up signs telling foreigners to leave, where rents doubled in 2 years, where the visa rules changed overnight and left thousands scrambling. This isn't about dangerous countries or obvious tourist traps. These are beloved destinations that quietly became unlivable for most people. One of the places on this list shocked us the most because it still looks perfect online, even as locals are begging foreigners to stop moving there. The costs exploded, the locals are pushing back, the visa math changed, and you're late to the party. Let's start with the European darling that broke everyone's heart. Portugal marketed itself as the new California without the taxes. Digital nomads flooded in by the thousands. The government rolled out red carpets and special visas. Then reality hit like a tidal wave. Rents in central Lisbon have increased by 100 to 200% since 2020. That cozy apartment in Príncipe Real that cost €800 monthly now demands €2,000. Local families are being evicted to make room for short-term rentals. Entire neighborhoods have Portuguese signs replaced with English menus. The backlash is real and growing. Anti-foreigner protests happen regularly. Graffiti reading "Tourists Go Home" covers walls in trendy districts. The government is scrambling to reverse policies they created just 5 years ago. Infrastructure is groaning under the weight. Public hospitals have months-long waiting lists. The metro system breaks down constantly. Even finding a simple Portuguese coffee shop feels impossible in areas like Bairro Alto. That digital nomad visa sounds appealing until you realize the financial requirements keep rising while the actual lifestyle benefits keep shrinking. The word is out on Portugal and you're no longer early to this party. Would you pay double the rent to live somewhere locals actively resent your presence? Barcelona should be perfect. Mediterranean beaches, incredible architecture, world-class food, and a lifestyle that seems crafted by lifestyle magazines. But the city is experiencing a tourist revolt unlike anywhere else in Europe. Locals aren't just annoyed anymore, they're furious. Anti-tourism protests happen weekly. Residents hang banners from balconies demanding tourists leave. Water guns target visitors in restaurants. The mayor is actively working to reduce tourism by 30%. The language situation creates unexpected friction. You assumed you'd practice Spanish, but Catalan dominates here. Locals take their language seriously, and speaking Spanish can mark you as an outsider or worse. Airbnb crackdowns have eliminated thousands of rental options, driving remaining prices through the roof. That trendy apartment in El Raval now costs what a luxury penthouse cost 5 years ago. Foreigners consistently pay double what locals pay for identical housing. The digital nomad visa requires specific income levels, but good luck finding affordable housing that makes those numbers work in your favor. Barcelona remains magical, but the magic comes with a very expensive and increasingly hostile price tag. The city that once welcomed the world now actively campaigns against it. Mexico City was the digital nomad capital of Latin America. Incredible food, rich culture, affordable living, and just a few hours' flight from major US cities. The honeymoon period is definitively over. Anti-gentrification protests specifically target foreign residents. Murals reading "This used to be our neighborhood" appear throughout Roma Norte and Condesa. Local renters face eviction as landlords chase higher-paying international tenants. That $600 apartment you read about online? It's now listed at $1,500 and booked solid by remote workers. Street vendors have raised prices specifically for obvious foreigners. Even local markets have developed dual pricing structures. Safety concerns persist throughout the city. While certain areas feel relatively secure, petty theft, kidnapping attempts, and armed robberies happen regularly. Living in an expat bubble doesn't make you immune to Mexico's violent realities. The resentment toward foreign residents has moved beyond graffiti into organized community action. Neighborhood associations are formally requesting limits on foreign-operated businesses and housing rentals. If you're looking to book flights for exploring Mexico, Kiwi Flights can help you find the best routes and prices from your location. Mexico City remains culturally incredible, but the welcome mat has been definitively pulled away. Medellin earned its reputation as the city of eternal spring. Perfect weather, low costs, friendly locals, and a growing expat community created the ideal South American destination. Then everyone showed up at once. El Poblado, the main expat district, now feels like a small piece of Miami transplanted into Colombia. English dominates in restaurants and cafes. Rent prices have tripled in 2 years. Local businesses have been replaced by co-working spaces and overpriced brunch spots. The visa situation has become increasingly complex and expensive. Tourist visas get scrutinized more heavily. Long-term residence requirements keep changing. The government is clearly trying to slow the influx without explicitly banning foreigners. Crime headlines don't help the city's reputation. While statistically safer than many Colombian cities, high-profile incidents involving foreigners make international news regularly. The perception of safety has declined even if the actual numbers remain relatively stable. Most concerning is the organized backlash. Local community groups are pushing for regulations on foreign-owned businesses and rental properties. The warm Colombian welcome is cooling rapidly. The nomad saturation has transformed Medellin from an authentic Colombian experience into an expensive imitation of what people thought they were escaping. Up to this point, these places feel expensive and hostile. But the next one shows how lifestyle paradise can turn into constant anxiety. Cape Town might be the most photogenic city on Earth. Table Mountain, wine valleys, pristine beaches, and Mediterranean lifestyle at African prices. The reality involves living behind walls with armed security. Load shedding means scheduled power outages lasting hours. Your internet connection, air conditioning, and basic appliances stop working on a predetermined schedule. Backup generators cost thousands of dollars and require constant maintenance. The inequality is staggering and impossible to ignore. You're either inside a gated community with private security, or you're exposed to significant crime risks. The contrast is stark, visible, and psychologically challenging for many foreigners. Crime statistics don't lie. Carjackings, home invasions, and armed robberies happen regularly. Cape Town has higher murder rates than Detroit or St. Louis. Personal security requires constant vigilance and expensive precautions. Living behind barriers fundamentally changes your relationship with freedom and spontaneity. That beautiful lifestyle comes with psychological costs many people underestimate. Cape Town is paradise with a panic button, worth visiting, probably not worth moving your life there. Thailand has been the default Southeast Asian paradise for decades. Incredible food, affordable healthcare, beautiful beaches, and a well-established expat infrastructure. But the golden age of Thai retirement is ending. Dual pricing for foreigners has become systematic and expensive. Temples, hospitals, government offices, and many businesses charge foreigners significantly more. The accumulated cost difference becomes substantial over time. Visa regulations change constantly and unpredictably. Requirements for bank deposits, school enrollments, and documentation seem to shift every few months. The bureaucracy has become deliberately complex and expensive for long-term foreign residents. Tourist fatigue is real, especially in Chiang Mai and the southern islands. Locals remain polite, but clearly tired of the constant influx. Popular areas like Khao San Road and Patong Beach feel like theme parks rather than authentic Thai experiences. Thailand is still incredible, but the easy days of cheap paradise are behind us. The country is systematically making long-term foreign residents more expensive and complicated. Costa Rica marketed itself as the Switzerland of Central America. No military, great healthcare, stable democracy, and beautiful nature. The pricing now matches Switzerland too. Beach towns like Tamarindo and Santa Teresa charge $3,000 monthly for basic apartments. Imported food costs more than equivalent items in the United States. Electricity bills routinely shock newcomers with their size. The best beaches are overcrowded with crypto millionaires and burned-out tech workers. More yoga instructors per capita than Goa and Bali combined. The infrastructure is stretched thin and showing strain. Bureaucracy makes simple tasks incredibly time-consuming. Getting a driver's license, buying a car, or opening a bank account requires days of paperwork and waiting. Many expats spend their entire first year just handling administrative requirements. The country remains beautiful and stable, but it's no longer budget-friendly or a quiet retreat from modern life. Dubai promises luxury living with tax advantages and international business opportunities. The lifestyle looks incredible on social media. The reality involves constant lifestyle inflation and job-dependent visa anxiety. Everything costs more than expected. Housing, dining, entertainment, and transportation expenses add up quickly. The tax benefits get offset by the high cost of maintaining the Dubai lifestyle everyone expects you to live. Visa regulations tie you directly to employment. Losing your job means losing your legal right to stay. Career flexibility becomes limited when your resident status depends on maintaining specific employment. The social scene revolves around expensive activities. Brunches cost $200 per person. Club entries require expensive bottle service. Maintaining social connections becomes financially exhausting. Dubai works for high earners in specific industries, but it's not the affordable luxury destination many people imagine. Vancouver offers stunning natural beauty, clean cities, and stable political systems. English-speaking paradise surrounded by mountains and ocean. But it's become one of the world's most expensive housing markets. Average rental prices exceed what many professionals earn monthly. Home ownership requires multimillionaire status or family help. The housing crisis affects every aspect of living costs. Tax obligations for residents are substantial and complex. Healthcare wait times are longer than many Americans expect. The cost of living doesn't match the average wage levels for most industries. Winter weather lasts longer and hits harder than promotional materials suggest. The famous mild climate is relative to other Canadian cities, not to actual warm weather destinations. Vancouver is beautiful but financially brutal for most people considering international relocation. Sydney represents the English-speaking tropical paradise many Americans dream about. Beautiful beaches, great weather, familiar culture, and outdoor lifestyle. The visa requirements have become significantly more restrictive and expensive. Work permits require specialized skills in demand industries. Investment thresholds for residence visas keep increasing. Housing costs rival or exceed expensive American cities like San Francisco or New York. Rental markets are extremely competitive. Many professionals share housing well into their 30s and 40s. The outdoor lifestyle comes with higher costs than expected. Activities, dining, and entertainment are expensive relative to comparable American cities. Sydney remains incredible, but the lifestyle no longer matches what most people can afford. The dream of affordable beach living doesn't reflect current economic reality. For complete cost breakdowns, current visa information, and detailed guides to emerging destinations, the Horizon Society School Group provides ongoing support and up-to-date intelligence for serious international relocators. The biggest mistake in 2026 isn't moving abroad, it's moving where everyone else already went.